Hi Divas, I'm so excited. Today on the podcast we have Star Amerasu. She is a multidisciplinary artist and goddess, singer, songwriter, DJ, filmmaker, sketch writer, and all-around stunning diva. We had such a fun little yap about love, life, art, and future dystopian AI. I'm Deranged, and I hope you enjoy our Kiki with Star Amerasu. We're just gonna get right into the middle of our conversation. I mean, we were talking about I took since I was 6, so I'm just I don't have much of a...
You've been medicated,
I've
Boots.
been to boost the house down,
I've
diva.
been medicated, Boots, as well.
Oh, yeah?
But on the other side.
Oh, it was like...
More like mood stabilizer
yes.
type vibes.
Okay, that's cute. Wait, I'm also have been mood stabilized
yes,
on
mood
that
stabilized.
end. I've been mood stabilized. The house, gorge.
The house, gorge.
I'm very 90s. I take Prozac and...
Okay, Prozac. A Prozac queen.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I've gone the gambit. I think the last thing I did, though, was a really fab one.
Okay.
Not to whatever, but it's called Topamax.
What?
Topomax.
And it's like a skinny drug. And it
Is it like an...
Like a...
No, it has something else in it. I think the original, I was reading about the toxicology of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They made it as a sugar replacement. They were trying to come up with
It's like a glucose
a sugar type of thing, but
yeah.
it's for people who are epileptic. It's the actual people who take it, and then
okay.
they off-label give it to people for mood stabilization and weight loss.
That used to be the tea a little bit, because I remember in high school, this is kind of dark, but my friend had a pretty bad disorder, and one time I went to CVS with her and bought diet pills.
Whoa.
And f***ing diet pills. And I remember I took one and I was like, oh, this is...
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I've done a diet pill mood before. I tried also Ozempic, but I like to poop, and I feel when I was on Ozempic, it kind of it slows down your diet. That's how it works. It doesn't even make you not hungry, really. It just makes you feel full. So then you don't eat.
Okay. Yeah.
I did
Is
for
it
2 weeks and I didn't like it. I was I'd rather take a shit. Just shit.
It's nice.
you can say shit.
It's
Am I allowed to say
don't-
shit on your podcast?
I'm
I'm so Instagram has trained me. Imagine
no,
we're,
I feel
so,
you. I'm
we're beaten by these apps.
unalive. I'm unalive. Do you I feel I say that in life. I don't even say. I used to be so much oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself over this.
Oh my God,
now
I don't even say it.
I say I'm gonna Kermit now.
Kermit is so good.
No,
I
because
remember
these
that
apps
from
are basically
No, literally.
holding us by the neck. Being
Literally.
This is a PG-13 app.
No, literally,
You can't
when
say
I post a
anything.
TikTok and I'm trying to think can I say that?
No, literally.
Have you
so
noticed how
much.
they'll review the TikTok now for a couple hours before it goes live?
Sometimes
That's
they'll
crazy.
automatically hold it for an extra hour or so, and
You're kind of big on TikTok. I feel you're a TikToker.
That's where my
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you
where
have
most of
an
my
audience.
is. Yeah,
I'm TikTok on my own page. No, when my videos are on other people's pages.
yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I'm
do you
viral
scroll? Do you use TikTok?
There. No, I don't
Okay.
like.
I feel that's
Good
part
for
of
you.
it.
Right, you have to
For
be
you.
on
That's
TikTok.
You really have to
That's
know.
so good. Is
Well,
TikTok
Gorge, I
good?
feel you're you're scrolling on something.
Oh, I'm on TikTok.
right?
on
Everyone's
something.
scrolling.
That's true.
First
That's
of all,
true.
let's get one thing straight. We're all scrolling.
We're all scrolling.
No matter where we're scrolling.
Some of you are sickos.
Have you ever
That's
noticed
true.
how
Huh?
this is a theory I have. I don't know if it's true, but straight men have lower screen times.
Wait,
I
is
don't
that
think
true?
that's true.
I swear it's true. Whenever I ask a straight man what his screen time is, he's 2 hours.
Okay. No.
Hours.
You guys need to
2
That's
hours
bullshit.
is a bullshit.
I swear.
That's serial killer.
I'm not saying they're
smarter.
smarter. I'm not saying they're smarter, but every straight man, I swear straight men in general have
They
lower
just
screen
say
time.
that.
That is true.
Are they just saying
I can
it?
see
Because-
them having from 8 to 6.
It depends on what
type
kind of
thing.
straight.
Yeah.
Are we talking beer cans and beer pong shooter types, or are we talking about internet troll straight
I
Internet
don't think
trolls
it's
are-
not the internet troll.
Okay,
And
'cause they'll have
in real
higher screen
life,
time.
like boyfriend straight guys, like likes to go camping.
Oh yeah, like a camping guy. Yeah,
he's outside.
A camping
straight man
F-slur is gonna also have a lower.
Too.
Well, I'm gonna say F-slur just because then you could cut it and put it on the gram. But yeah, F-slur.
Well, you can't say it because you're a cisgender woman. First of all.
Oh my god, that's been the biggest gag. Like I was like, oh, I've been like a trans like. When I had a publicist when I was making music, and it would be like, we had to use the trans angle for like everything. Okay. And then I randomly go viral, and then like nobody knows I'm trans.
Now you're officially.
And then when I'm like, and I'm talking in the language of the girls.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
and yet people like don't. They're like.
But that's permeated the rest of the internet
right,
at
that
this
really
point.
Just shows,
so it just sounds like you just sound like to other like cishet people. They're probably like, oh, that's internet. She's
it's
speaking.
Just like I'm just speaking internet language.
Was that for the last album that came out?
The last one, no, like from before, I didn't have a publicist for the last one, which it's flopped because of that. But like before that, like 2021.
That's so unfortunate. I love that album.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh my god, I love it when people like listen to my music. I'm like, that to me is the real version of me. I love
your music. I knew your music before I like knew you on social media. I'd be like, oh my god, I love that.
No, you had come up on my Spotify recommended like a year ago, and then.
Yeah, it's very much if you know, you know.
Definitely.
I had an astrologer tell me that my like Venusian time, which is like music, art, love, that kind of stuff, it's like 2028. I think I'll like circle back.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely writing this like, oh, I totally can be a character. I love character
100%.
play.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just do that, and then the people will like finally be paying attention to me, and then I'll get it done. I have Jigglypuff tattooed on my neck, and I feel like Jigglypuff is stunning. Who I am.
We both have Pokemon tattoos.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
I got the Dragonair, and then I've got a Gengar.
That's
right
not Sylveon on the side too, or something?
Oh, which one? Oh no, this one's a different anime. It's like
I like this song you have. It starts with like a guitar riff. I don't know the word. Confusing love.
Oh my god, yes.
And you have this lyric about, it's like, I want love, but like something about like wanting it to be convenient. Mm-hmm. And I related to that so much because whenever I feel like I'm like close to getting in a relationship, it's like, oh, but you're so annoying.
Literally. I think I wrote that song about multiple people. I feel like I experience limerence a lot. Do you know that?
Really?
Yes. Where I'm like, anytime I'm like with a man and he's like doing nice things for me, I'm like, do I want to fuck you? Like, what's going on? It's always like, and then it's like my friends, and I've been trying to hang out less with like hot gay guys. Less.
Oh, okay, that's
a bit
choice.
Less.
Okay, love
because that. I would be like hanging out with my like gay guy friends and be like, oh my god, like I kind of love my gay guy friend.
It happens, right?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, and then I ended up dating a gay guy. That last boyfriend I had was a gay man.
Wait, can I ask something like crazy?
Yeah.
Why did he date you?
I don't know. He was like a fan kind of vibes, but then he was also like, I don't know, like I've never tried it before. But he never identified as bisexual. He identified as a gay man.
Whoa.
And I was the only girl he's ever dated. I think allegedly I'm the only person who's ever fucked. Like,
whoa.
It was kind of crazy.
I feel like I've been talking to like a gay guy at a party before, and like he thought I was cis for a hot second, and then I was like, oh no, I'm like so trans, and he like was like, all of a sudden he was like, I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. Like his tone, he was like full gay guy, and then he was like, no, I say I'm bisexual because trans women are beautiful.
He's like, I love trans women.
Like so fast.
Well, I was trying to explain to him too. I was like, oh, this is why I don't get why people think I'm cis. I'm like, I have like a transsexual personality.
Yeah,
like,
and in the most positive way.
Like the best.
I love it.
I think it's like, I'm like, no, like I have the personality of a trans woman. Like I've been trans since I was a teenager, 100%. And like at this point, like I have the personality.
I think it's like
the community,
and like the lore. But I feel like sometimes people like don't know, like they don't know the lore of like what a trans like upbringing is. Yeah.
Actually,
how long did it take you to write that album? Like, what was your process?
Oh my god, it's like, talk about reheating the nachos. That was even actually, the sound quality is not the best, but honestly, in this era, like people are making music that sounds like really blown out and trashy. So,
but
it's literally fully demos that I repurposed into the song. So a lot of the background vocals are like the actual demo vocals still.
Wow.
And then I like re-recorded like the main line vocals.
So Lady Gaga.
That's gorge.
That's so Lady Gaga.
I love Gaga.
Going back to her
Did you
roots.
see her Coachella performance?
I saw like some of the clips. I didn't get to see the whole thing.
Oh, stunning.
I've been kind of like saving myself. I really want to like... I used to know people that had like home theaters, and I really want to go to someone's like nice house and like watch Chromatica Ball and also watch the Mayhem Coachella.
Wait, she should do like a Taylor Swift thing.
I know. I didn't understand why.
Honestly.
I guess she did do it for Chromatica Ball. It was in theaters? No, did it?
Was it?
No, it was on HBO.
Oh, yeah, it was.
I wanted to go see it in the theater.
Oh.
It was like HBO, Uber Eats, DoorDash, like
sponsored by MasterCard.
Walmart.
No, Lady Gaga sponsored by MasterCard tour or her Nurtex.
Oh my God. I randomly at my friend's birthday party met this woman who's like a creative director who worked on the video shoot for what's like the main song, Abracadabra.
Mm-hmm.
And
you were telling me.
I was like, Gaga, amazing. Oh my God. And she was like so annoyed because she was pissed because she had to remake the set for the MasterCard thing because they made the video. And then they did that like MasterCard promo where like the fans met Gaga and like danced to the music in the set that they made. And she was like, oh yeah, I have to remake this entire set
to add the MasterCard logo everywhere.
Wait, that's
they
crazy.
should have just done that in post, girl.
I know. She also said that at one point when they were filming, like between takes, Gaga like came up and like looked at the monitor and then looked at like the people like working or whatever, and she was like, that was history I just made.
Did she? Period.
No, literally.
And it was.
And it was.
She on the mother toilet.
Yeah,
down.
absolutely.
That is such queen I love thinking of Gaga as like, yeah, I served just now. And it was
like, imagine Gaga just comes up to you and she's like, I just served slaps you across the face.
I would thank her.
I want her to.
I would drop to my knees.
I want her to. I just want her to beat the out of me.
Like,
no, literally.
Grabs me by the throat, pulls me up against the wall, and is like,
thank you, mother.
I'm
yes,
mother.
Yes,
there's this moment in the 5'2" documentary where she's talking about Madonna and the beef between them, and she's like, yeah, I just want Madonna to come up to me and slap me and spit in my face, but she won't.
Wait, that's
she'll
stunning.
just talk shit about me on the
iconic.
internet.
Oh my God.
Honestly, wait,
have y'all seen the There Could Be 100 People in a Room in the 99?
Of course.
that was everywhere.
Literally.
All at once. All the time.
She does it like for every press tour.
She has like a line that she knows.
She
What's
loves
her one for this one? I feel like she's not talking.
I don't know.
No, I feel like for Mayhem, she's been very like organic in doing podcasts.
She's been on the YouTube shows. She was
the
on
Joker,
Hot Ones.
the Joker press tour. She kind of like canceled that early. But my favorite lesser known Gaga like line that she did in one of her press tours was when she was doing House of Gucci. There's like videos of her saying over and over again like, I studied method at the Lee Strasberg School of Acting.
I love that. That one's so good. She always has something
over and over.
Wait, did you see House of Gucci?
I haven't seen House of Gucci.
I saw it in theaters, unfortunately,
I did too.
I would watch it because I also think Adam Driver is sexy.
Oh, absolutely. No,
since the Girls era, I used to always be like, "Wow, he's
girls?
so hot." I liked the Girls television program.
I liked the beat.
Yeah, I feel like Zasha Mamet is my favorite of the girls from Girls. I think her character also is like.
I see that for you.
The one that's like has an actual arc and grows.
I always kind of identified with Hannah, low key.
Wow, you're Hannah?
I really identified with her relationship with Adam. That felt like every serious relationship I've ever had.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm learning so much about you in this moment. Like, no, saying that, I'm like, okay, girl.
Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
I love to lust. Wait, your apocalypse videos.
Oh, yes.
I have so many questions.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
Let's
get into 2099.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Divaverse.
Pandemia.
When was it born?
Just kind of randomly in my house during winter break from my job. I got like a week off from work.
When was this?
Just December 25th or whatever.
Oh
like
my
literally
God,
Christmas
so
Day.
You know the
Yeah.
day. Right
Yeah.
after Christmas.
Like it was like Christmas. I went on a hike. I made like a video that was like me walking around being funny, and then I like did like kind of rage baity with like doing math wrong, which I didn't think would go so crazy. And then that like just jumped me in the algorithm, I think, because I like got like millions of views from that. And then the very next day I was like, or 2 days later, I was just like at home and I was like, oh my God, you know what I haven't done is I haven't done like a skit or like a sketch. And then I like sat and I like wrote one, and I was like, oh my God, like I think the best sort of thing I learned from film school was that you make things based on characters.
Yeah.
First. So I created the character of Pandemia. I'm Pandemia, your AI barista. Can I get you started on something to drink? Ooh, what's popular? We have a steamed, cloned alpaca milk drink with an SSRI syrup. Can't do that. I have a research chemical microdose patch. Do you have anything old-fashioned, like an espresso? Diva, that's illegal. You're in South British Caltexico. Caffeine was outlawed in this sector after the Celsius Red Bull Wars of 2070. Sabrina Carpenter's been exiled to Mars. I'm from Wisconsin-Homa. It was all over the news. I'm so sorry. I'll get the alpaca milk drink. What size? We have small, ultra, or Capri. I'll take a Capri. And will you be paying with life credits or oxygen credits? Life credits. Great. You may proceed. Unfortunately, Diva, your credits are down to 20%, and we can't charge below that threshold. The Juggalo militia will be here shortly to escort you to the Jeffree Star yak mines to work off your balance. Wait, please! Thank you, and have a wonderful day. And so then everything sort of came from there, and then I was like, let's put this character in a situation. The situation I obviously didn't make up. There's like other people that do coffee shop videos, which, oh my God, after mine went viral, I got like accused of, plagiarizing somebody else's version of it.
Oh my God.
But I was like, they didn't have like my character or
I feel like
some of the same words or any of things, or
that's like a launching point for skits that do social commentary. It's like the coffee shop.
Come on. They did not invent the idea of a coffee shop skit.
No, but I only did one, and in that week I did like so many different scenarios.
Yeah.
In 1 week I filmed like every single day. Honestly, after I made the first one, didn't even realize it was going viral, and I'd already started filming the second one, and then it was like going viral, and I was like, oh, this is cool, and I like just made videos every single day for a week.
Oh my God, stunning.
And then I just kept going.
I feel like once you have something that hits, as long as you can replicate it in like a different font or something, like it just like you can keep that going. It's
the
like
only
so
thing
stunning.
is, it's like kind of annoying that if you're a person who's like a multi-hyphen or you do a lot of things, to then like only be able to do one thing as your sort of like artistic contribution
little,
to the world.
Narrow in a
way.
Yes,
it's narrow, and I think it's just indicative of like our times where people are uneducated. I think like we're just like in general surrounded by a bunch of people who have like a degree of understanding of the world at large, but are not intelligent enough to like put the pieces together.
No, definitely.
No. But you know what I mean? It's like, I think people don't realize that they're like watching people who are in their homes.
We're completely removed from this is another person that we're seeing on the screen.
It's like, this is a person. Also, like, what does this person want? I always think about that now, especially after I went viral. I was thinking about other people's videos, and like you go to someone's page and like they only have their one thing. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like, imagine I just like went viral for like falling off of something, and now I gotta fall off of everything for the life or something.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, all the myriad ways in which someone can, like, even the demure girl, like, good for her.
Yes.
But like, damn, bitch, like, you don't get to do anything else.
I know, yeah.
I mean, this is like, I don't know if this is like cynical, but it's kind of like such a cheap way to consume people and consume people's art. Because I'll be on TikTok and like, I'll be getting annoyed with people because like I'm not interested after 5 seconds. And that's not how I am as a person. But it's just like the way the format is and the way my brain works.
They make it so that you have to have the thing happen immediately, which also kind of gets rid of nuance or subtlety.
You have to have them hooked in the first 3 seconds.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, like, why 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're outsmarting it when you like make these skits? Like you're finding a way to like make it work?
I think that like basically what I've realized is I had like a formula for like the sequence of the events, because basically I was trying to fit 3-act story structure into 1 minute and 30 seconds, which means you have to sort of have this first act, which is always shorter than the second act, which is the longest part, which is the middle, and then the third act is like kind of concludes everything. So I think thinking of that before I make a video like definitely helps. As I've like moved up in how I want to do it, I think like I've changed how I approach the writing of it. Like I'm actually writing in like script software versus just like writing in Notes app.
Oh wait, that's
before
stunning.
I was just like writing in my Notes app like what I wanted to happen. Now I'm like writing actual script in like
cool, because now you're bringing other people in.
and I have to like send them scripts.
Yeah.
Whereas like before I'm just like writing a script in my Notes app for myself.
Yeah.
And then using me in front of the camera and then against a blank wall and having a teleprompter app playing all the words up in front of me. So that's why all the videos are direct to camera, honestly, because I was just reading the words off the screen. But obviously nobody could tell.
No,
it looks such a slay actress. But honestly, I think that's what they do on SNL. Like they have the words.
They do. Yeah.
So I feel like I could kind of do that.
On SNL a little bit.
I never thought about it until recently.
I mean, it basically, in its essence, it is kind of like an SNL character.
Yes.
It is. No, and they are. I feel like SNL looks for people on social media these days.
Do they really?
Right.
They really do.
I was obsessed with the Amanda Show and like Mad TV. I loved Mad TV
Oh my God.
so much. I'm like, I don't know why we had this like we had Mad TV, we had SNL, we had even the kids versions of these shows.
Yeah, we did.
All that.
When
Amanda
did you start,
Show.
like, posting online and like partaking like in an online forum?
Like 2015 or 14 when I was releasing music.
Oh, cool.
But I always did it in terms of like a music thing, and I think my music is like so much more emotional than not really funny.
Yeah, definitely.
So then in this era of like making things funny, I was like, oh, I'm funny.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not a comedian.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like stand-up comedy. I feel like
We got a light invitation to do
it.
They were we were like, oh, could we? Well, we're trying to get into an event. We're just
whole
trying to get
thing.
into
We're
an
not-
event,
we
and we were
don't
like,
have to talk about the
can
thing.
y'all just make us judges for T-boy wrestling? And we're like,
Oh yes, T-boy
they were like
wrestling.
$50 tickets, and we were
It's
just
$50
like,
tickets.
yes, for
I
like
wanna
the
see what
final.
it's about.
You know what I haven't done?
What?
Hooked up with a trans man in a while, and I need to
In a
bring that
while?
back. Yeah,
Oh,
the
bring it
longest
back,
relationship
honey.
I ever had was with a trans man.
Oh my
Really?
God, that's
How long?
stunning.
It was 2 years.
Wow,
Oh my God.
that's gorgeous.
When?
2015 to 2017.
Oh my God.
Was that in San Francisco?
Oakland.
Oakland. Oh, that's so
Are y'all
stunning.
cool now or?
He's like living his life. He's really crazy.
Okay.
Or we both were, and we're both sober
Oh.
now. So he's just
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
he's living his life somewhere else, and
You
I'm
don't know
living
where-
my life somewhere else.
Very much.
I do, but I don't want to
You
like
do?
say too much on the pod.
No,
Yeah,
that's fair.
exactly.
That's super fair.
I'm like, I know where he lives, but we're not
I've never had a
friends.
long relationship with a trans guy, but I've dated around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trans guys are hot.
Trans guys
They
are
definitely
hot.
are. Trans guys are so hot, and I would love to see them wrestling and oiled up.
I dated a doll once before too.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I was doll for doll. Yeah, when I was like 23. Actually, at the same time that I was dating this trans man, I was dating this trans woman. And then we were in like this weird. I was trying to get like a polycule going.
Oh, stunning!
I was like, let's like.
Wait, gorge.
I was like,
with a T-boy and a T-girl.
I was like really in my queer rights era.
Oh, what the kids are doing.
Facebook callouts.
Wait, that's stunning.
Like Facebook callouts down.
Really doing Facebook callouts?
Remember that era?
Were you on like the queer San Francisco housing?
Queer housing groups.
I know what you're talking about.
Like they
I was
had
in
queer
Minneapolis.
too.
Yeah. Did you have a non-binary roommate? Have you seen that?
I did. I always, and mine was, there was a few different names. Oh my God, what was the last one?
Did you ever have a sock roommate?
I didn't have a roommate named Sock, but I had a roommate named after fruit, like a fruit and a vegetable.
Beautiful.
Banana.
Beautiful banana.
They were a minion.
My non-binary roommate, Banana.
This is broccoli, everybody. That was such an. I feel like I don't know. I feel like at one point I was like very energized by like the discourse and just like
it was activating. I'm so thankful. I will never go back to that era.
Yeah.
I think it was actually worse. I don't know if it's worse than what we have now, but I think like a Facebook call out versus an Instagram call out. For some reason, like an Instagram call out, I don't know. It's different now.
How do you think? Yeah. Like, which one do you think is worse?
I think the Facebook call out was worse because we didn't have like another outlet. So then it was like basically like you get called out on Facebook.
It's over.
It's kind of over. You have to just delete your social media that you have.
Yeah.
And then you're just like in the world. And then now it's like an Instagram call out. You can go private, like then like change a new Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Like I think there's so many ways for people to just like kind of
I feel like
still engage with the app.
Yeah, I feel like more than before, like the call outs become like a form of content now.
Oh, 100%.
And it goes like more towards the people with a lot of, I've noticed that like it used to be I don't know if this like, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but like the call outs used to be more decentralized.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, they're also, like, a form of content in and of itself. I'll always see, like, TikToks, like, explaining different call-outs.
There's this one queen in New York whose whole page is basically now just, like, calling out different things. Oh, which I'm like, if that's your brand, like, go off. But I'm like, babes, like, that's not going to make your... Oh, let me not get into that, but...
Wait.
Okay. No, basically, I have, like, a critique of, like, culture in the way that it's, like... For example, let's say someone's an artist and they want their art to be successful. If they're not like able to save money themselves to create their art, and they're like living their life, like I'm not afraid to get a job. Like that's no shade. I'm thinking to myself of like how when I was in my like I need help all the time from random people. My art, the amount of money I could ask for my art was less. And like now that I don't really necessarily ask, I don't really need, it's like if I'm asking, it's like because people are going to support a project or like a thing that they can consume as well. Then I would ask for money now. But like it's a privilege, obviously I know, but I think at the same time, if you want to raise the value of your art, you have to be able to go this like distance without
definitely.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah, but you say it's a privilege, but I feel like you've worked so hard to like get to the point that you're at.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
how long has that like process been? Do you think?
Oh gosh, like I started like doing music and releasing music in like 2016. And then I think DJing also was that same sort of year.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't really think of myself as a DJ till like 2021 and like branding myself.
Set.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I had a boiler room like 2022 or 2023. Yeah. And so then I started like branded myself in this way.
Yeah.
I do think that like it is a trickle down of like slavery that like more so now all of us have to sort of engage in this way where we have to commodify aspects of ourselves in order to survive in this reality, which I think is really weird. Like previously, sorry, I'm like talking too much.
No, we're loving it, honestly.
I feel like in olden times, like we had like actual slaves and we had like sharecroppers, right? Where people who would like be working on land owned by somebody else and they're like toiling the land, but they also aren't free to leave until they pay off their debt to the land. And I think like now we are all on these social media apps that are owned by companies that are like making money off of us.
So true.
But if we were to leave these apps, then we lose access to like funding and things. So it's kind of the same idea of like sharecropping.
Yeah.
And it's really hard unless you have some sort of job that doesn't require you to be in that way. But if you are in the arts, you do have to sort of engage. It's like very hard to not engage. Even the most huge celebrities have to. In fact, they have to more than even us.
Which is so weird to me. Like seeing these, because I remember, do you remember like the controversy like a few years ago where it was like, oh, they're letting YouTubers and influencers into the Met Gala?
Yes, it was so dramatic.
That was like, I want to say like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
Fully the other
James
direction
Charles
now.
Wore a little scarf.
Oh
James
Charles.
So funny.
She was the boom boom gun, honey.
Oh,
she was the brick that broke Stonewall, girl.
I still believe in her.
I do. Oh,
Her.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen when James Charles does drag, it's not like, it's like a sissy cross-dressing.
Oh, no.
It's not a drag. It's not Trixie Mattel.
No, it's Violet Chachki.
Well, she's had her, if I may stand corrected, she's had her body done.
She has BBL.
She has
a BBL.
It's not even, I think you can't.
It's not a BBL?
I don't think it's a BBL.
What do you think it is?
It's Sculptra.
What's that?
It's
What's
like
the
filler.
Oh.
Because like BBLs, you have to like gain weight and it's like fat and it's like
BBLs
don't really look like that, especially on like male body.
That was really offensive what you just said.
But you know what I mean? Like it doesn't like it's like so like
Yeah.
And I think like old queens used to get like silicone.
Well,
yeah.
But like rich people like that can get like Sculptra, which is like a filler.
But is that still? I feel like that can't be good for you.
I don't know.
Have y'all? I feel like I've seen so much about rib.
I've studied it and I want it so badly.
Is it okay? I like
me as well.
I'm like teetering. Is it safe? As someone who studied it, because I like Googled it and I got different results.
I think it's like you don't need those ones, but there are like your organs. I think it's your spleen is maybe more exposed.
It'll be like okay, like you won't.
It's like your lower organs. Your lower organs are more exposed. So if you were to get like hit,
if you're gonna get like stabbed or like,
if you're like a fighter, like if you're like an MMA fighter, like
I just like you won't be like in pain for the rest of your life because like that's where my first thought goes.
My friend got her ribs cracked in, and she's like chilling.
Wait,
she doesn't complain to me about it.
Wait, that's crazy. No, because I've always thought like, damn, if I didn't have these last 2 ribs.
I'm pretty sure Amanda Lepore has hers cracked in too.
Well, yeah.
Really? I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
I really wanted my ribs cracked.
I didn't know there was a cracking. I've only thought of the removal. I didn't realize there was a halfway.
There's a doctor in Ohio that I follow, and he removes like 3 ribs, which is like more than other doctors.
Wait,
no,
like
that's
uneven?
scary.
He's like he removes 10, 11, and 12. The bottom 3.
But then you'd be uneven.
No, Gorge on both sides.
3 ribs.
3 sets of
3
ribs.
sets of ribs.
I don't know.
No, he only removes 3 total.
3 ribs that you eat.
Yeah, literally. Could you eat them?
It was counting
a barbecue.
Counting them like barbecue ribs.
Oh, not the barbecue.
Sorry.
Have you ever been with an Australian person?
Oh yes. Gorge.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wait,
Diva.
that's Gorge.
I love Aussie. I love Aussies.
My first boyfriend was Australian.
Did he say
No, but
nar?
it was messy, and yes, he did. Okay, picture this. I'm 20 years old. I'm living in San Francisco. I'm living on in a homeless shelter for youth.
Okay.
I meet this man at the bar called Divas in San Francisco.
Divas?
I meet him there.
Yeah.
I'm lying him saying I'm 21 because I was 20.
Okay, fierce.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Then it's like we are like going out and I'm like telling him about my life and he's like still going out with me. He's 47.
Okay.
I'm 20.
Yeah.
Then I tell him, like, I'm 20. I'm not 21. I'm 20. He's like, it's okay.
He's like, girl.
It's okay. It's okay.
20-year age gap.
It's okay.
Oh, I draw the line. He's like, I'm dropping you off.
No, I
He's like,
considered
babe,
it.
let me take you back to the shelter.
I considered it, and I think it's fine.
No, but the thing was, it's so crazy because I was like, and I wasn't like a doll at that point, really. Like, I'd done some, but I wasn't. And I was just like, wait, like, I can't believe, like, I had a man who was dating me while I was living in, like, a homeless shelter and, like, didn't, like, pay for me to, like, live or something. I was like, wait, like, that was actually kind of weird.
That is something for sure.
I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit.
It's just weird vibes. I'm thinking to myself, like, why were you dating me?
Well,
I mean,
oh no.
I know why he was dating, but the question still stands. Why?
The question is.
Oh my god.
Wait, can we talk about? I want to ask about the influencer event you did.
Oh my god. Did you like that video, Mama? Hi. I'm Star Amerasu, and we're outside the Mashup LA event. This may not be my first time as an influencer, but it is my first time as not a niche influencer. I'm Star, and I'm with Ty at the Simply Pop booth. Put this in your backpack because I need to, like, hide some of these. Hurry up, let's go.
I love.
I love.
I feel like
Can I ask where
flopped.
were you?
It was stunning.
It tickled me.
Thank God. It was made for, like, people who would, like, get it. I feel like a lot of my fans aren't really my fans. They're just people that like one thing I did on the internet. They're not like actual fans of me. But I love the TV show The Comeback, and I was like,
I've never seen it. What is it?
It's basically that video where it's like she's trying to, it's like, what is she trying to do? She's like trying to get her show going, and so she's like desperately at all these things.
Wait, is that the one is that the one with the girl from, what's her name, the one from Friends?
Yes,
I've been meaning to watch it. I've been meaning to watch it because I always see clips of it.
For what it was, especially when it came out, it came out in like the early 2000s or mid 2000s. It was like too on the nose, and then it had its resurgence like 10 years later, and then she did a second season. It was really good.
I have another question.
Yeah, one more. Let's go.
What is a cybernetic being?
Oh, it's like, okay, so in my mind, how I thought of it is they have the ability to be in physical forms, but they also mostly live in the cloud.
Okay.
So like if you're a cybernetic being,
yeah,
then like you've been downloaded into a physical form.
Yeah.
And like I had to, because of like the time constraints of the video, there was like a whole line that happens earlier in the most recent video I made, Doll Academy, where she threatens Diva with being late by like, if you're late 3 times, then your consciousness returns to the cloud. Diva, you are late. Sorry, that's illegal. 1,000 life credits have been taken from your account.
And you don't have a physical form anymore? You don't have a physical
form anymore.
Oh my god.
Whoa, so then like, we all know that for cybernetic beings, the cloud is a prison. But it reads still, even without that other line being put in there. When I made the thing, I was like, now it's just kind of like, why is she late? Like, there's more questions than answers, which I think is good for TV.
Am I a cybernetic being, or would I have to be downloaded first?
It's like you would have to be like part AI, or like have nanobots in you. It's like, that's like the thing too, where like she freezes the other girl. I was like, oh, she's saying this thing about how the nanobots in her body are running on the code that is like her original code, so she can control them.
You know what I've always thought would be nice? Maybe like for humanity or just for me, like in like the old cartoons, there's like the brain that's floating in a tank and it's attached to a computer. Just like not having a body. Except you're a computer. I feel like that'd be kind of nice. But you still have a body because you're a brain floating in a tank.
I like the idea of like in Star Trek where this like AI doctor, he can only be in one room because he has to be where the hollow emitters are, like where they're like a room is like set up to like holograms like have physical presence. Yeah. But then he gets like technology from even further in the future, and then he's able to like put something on his arm and like walk around. Anywhere.
That's crazy. Did they know know what AI was in like the 70s? That's when Star Trek was made.
Well, yeah,
right?
AI's
been around.
term.
It's been a term. There's like AI art that was at the Whitney recently, where it's like a computer program that this guy made to make art. But it's different. It's like an AI that's like drawing based on like all these drawings that this one guy made.
Yeah.
This is like that. Oh, and honestly, this is why I think our society is also doomed, because I think people are just like so unintelligent to think that like AI is just like people like AI recreating art. I'm like, girl, AI is like on your Google Maps. Like, I don't think people realize.
Everyone thinks of it as the language model.
They think only of the language model, or they only think of like the drawing.
It's like entirely
way
it's
more
like
than
in
that.
my at this point. Like, it's fully like
it's literally in your TV, it's in your car, it's in your computer.
I feel like my level of understand, like, it's like in these like polarities of like, on one side, I think about like the articles I've read about AI and like the different versions of it there are, how it's advancing. And then on the other side is like the movie Transformers. and like what will happen when like all the machines come together and become like giant robots. Like
Decepticons.
Yeah.
I will say
Decepticons. Am I
right? And that's the clip. I will say AI art has been used by like a lot of like greedy producers to just like bypass like certain, like, I don't know if y'all have seen Interview with the Devil at all recently. I thought it was a really good horror movie, but they do title cards because it's supposedly like all over the place of like a 70s talk show. And so like the "we'll be right back" type thing. There's only 8 of those in the movie, and they used AI art for every single one of them. Like, instead of just paying like a graphic, whatever.
See, I hate that.
And it looks bad. Like this, there's like it's like Halloween themed, and there's like a skeleton that's missing a finger, and like
that's so lazy.
And it's like, you had the money to produce this entire movie, and you couldn't pay a graphic designer for probably 1 to 2 days for this, and it like. I don't know. It just takes me out of it because I'm like, I was really into the movie, and then they do a title card, and I'm like, now I'm thinking about how they didn't pay one extra worker for this movie.
It's so interesting, especially in that case.
Yeah.
I think you posted on your story recently, you're doing like a narrative, like full episode. Is that?
No, I haven't made it yet, but I have written like the outline for like if I were to make like a mini series or like a movie version of 2099. Like, I've written the outline. I know exactly what I want to happen each beat and point. I just think that like it's so weird right now for making stuff.
Yeah, especially for indie
and like indie things.
Yeah.
And like I think if I were to be successful, I'd be like one of the first people of what I'm doing to be successful.
Yeah.
I think if you notice too, there's not a lot of Black people whose work is being recognized in like a science fiction sort of world.
That's so true.
Like Octavia Butler's writing and stuff. Like, but there's not a lot of content creators I've noticed that are also doing similar work that are not like white people or like other races. And I think I was saying to myself, like, it's so weird that I even went viral because I don't often see. Like, when I see someone who is like a Black person's virality, it's usually not, they like, the algorithm doesn't favor us doing certain, like, I don't know if people believe this sort of thing, but there's been studies about the algorithm being racist. And so it's like, I'm like, oh, like randomly my stuff is getting shown to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, that's amazing that you're able to break through.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like lucky in that way because I was totally down to like give up a bit.
Really?
Like, I had a job. It was like we were talking about us like working like and doing communications and stuff. It's like I had a communications job, and then I literally was on winter break and I just made a sketch, and the first one I ever made went viral.
Wow.
So then I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna like keep trying this.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think there's like an evil aspect of like the algorithm and how it teaches people to like kind of like package themselves. I've noticed, I'm like not big on TikTok, but like I've only ever gotten a lot of likes on TikToks where I talk about being trans.
I feel like me talking about being trans is like a bit, and then now on Instagram if I do it, people are like, you're trans, and I'm like,
yeah
that's so crazy.
You're, like, gorge.
I mean,
you're serving cisgender.
I'm
like,
serving something, but like I don't often get a lot of like, I sometimes do. I mean, I get caught in different algorithms, but even that other video that I made where I was like saying the math wrong, and it went to like a bunch of straight people, and I ended up having to turn off the comments. Most of the comments weren't like calling me a man. They were like racist comments. And also comments saying that I'm like a beautiful woman and that's why I'm stupid. And I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Misogyny kind of hits in this context.
It's kind of weird because I've gotten a comment that's like, this is so funny. Clearly you're a man because women aren't funny. And then I've gotten the same comment backwards that is like, well, clearly women aren't funny. Like, you're a woman where I'm like, okay, well, make up your mind.
Make up your mind.
Like,
wait, you were on like that one guy's thing, that
which
hot one? The leftist hot
Hassan.
Habibi.
Yeah,
Hassan.
I mean, he's
Habibi.
yeah.
Oh, cancel me.
No, someone texted me and was like, oh my God, Hassan's clocking your tea right now. And I was like, oh, like,
not him. Nope. Like, what was he even doing?
Pallet Town is now Pronoun Town. Cerulean City.
Wait, what? I can't tell if this person. I can't. Are people like this being for real, or are they just like making fun of right-wing content creators that just say stupid stuff? I think she's joking, right? There ain't no way.
For Charmander is now Charman I'm with her. The Squirtle Squad is now the Squirtle Squad. Jesse and James have finally come out as a T4T transgender couple.
Oh, okay, that's how you know. That's how you know this. That's how you know. There is no way. No transphobic people know everything about trans tech, like all the latest and greatest, but no transphobic person is ever gonna say T for T. You know what I mean? She is trans? Yeah.
I just like came across this while I was on TikTok, and I was immediately captivated by her, and I was like wanting to know more.
10 years as a Korean skincare doctor, and people never believe me when I share these tips. Massaging your breasts with jojoba oil will make them bigger and firmer. 14 years. My sister worked. My husband. 16 years as a Korean butt doctor.
Okay, that's the first one. I was like, who is she? A, where's she walking? Is my first question. And then I was like, okay, I've got to learn more. And there's
Coochie doc. 13 years as a dietitian. 13 years as a booby doctor. 13 years as a coochie doctor. 13 years as a coochie doctor. And 13 years as a coochie doctor. 13 years as a coochie doctor. 13 years as 14 years as I've been down.
Wait, when did it go to
14? Up and down.
I spent 13 years. After 13 years as a booby doctor. I'm spending 13 years studying everything about the coochie.
I think she sold her likeness to AI because if you look, all those photos are AI of her. And it keeps changing each time, and I'm pretty sure.
Also, the voice, I was like, it's very husky.
It is.
Is it AI that's making those videos?
I think even her walking is AI as well. Because I was like, where is she going? She's walking.
My God. It's so funny. That's actually a bit that I wrote into my Coachella skit that I'm filming this weekend.
What's the bit?
It's like you have the option to pay with life credits or sell your likeness.
Oh, wait,
That's
I love
so
that.
Like there's a twist, which I'm not going to tell you the twist, but like, yes.
Yeah, we'll have to watch and
sell
see.
your likeness.
She like posted that on her story, like what the and I was just like scrolling through and I thought it was real. Like I thought it was a real coochie doctor.
She was like, is that your surgeon? Are you getting your coochie
doctor?
done?
Coochie doctor. 13 years as a coochie doctor.
It's crazy. I don't understand, like...
It's kind of giving Marcy Bowers.
It is!
It's like Asian Marcy Bowers.
Literally. 13 years. And sometimes she'll throw in, she'll be crazy, 14 years. Wild. 14 years as a coochie.
Like, who is this serving?
It's like clickbait. People just love, like...
I got sucked in because she was like, how do you make your boobies bigger?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like...
Jojoba oil. Jojoba.
Yeah, that's all she said. Oil. Yeah, and then I was
that's
like...
real?
Jojoba oil?
Well, I know that's real,
well, yes, gorge.
Yeah.
To make your boobies bigger.
What? We should try it.
We should try it.
We should do it. We should start doing it and then like check in like a few months and be like, okay, well,
we're gonna
measurements.
We're gonna put jojoba oil.
I had this like friend in college when I started transitioning. She knew I was taking hormones, but I don't think she understood like how they worked. She was kind of dumb, and she was like, "How are you getting your boobs bigger?" And I told her I was eating a lot of Jell-O. And
you're just trolling her.
And she like low key tried it.
Oh my god.
Poor girl.
Okay, let's wrap it out. Star, thanks so much for coming on our podcast.
Thank you so much for
Girly
coming.
Pops.
So nice.
Our little
you.
operation here.
I feel like we've been mutuals for too long. It's like crazy finally like hanging out in person.
Keying, slang, being online.
Literally.
Feeding the children.
Mothering.
Giving them what
pulling
they
out our
want.
teats for those to suckle.
Exactly. Jojoba oil.
Jojoba oil for the breasts.
Our oil.
Hope if there's anything you take from this.
Is there where can any upcoming things you want to promote? Where can people find you?
I'm DJing a lot, like in the next couple of weeks.
Oh,
DJing in LA on Saturday.
Where are you DJing?
But I don't know when this is coming out.
This will probably come out in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be in New York.
Okay.
And then Pride. I'm so excited for Pride.
Coming up.
This year, Pride is a riot.
Are you
Okay. Period.
Are you doing San Francisco?
Yeah, I'm doing San Francisco.
Oh my god, okay, we're gonna be up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just making my sketches. Like I just keep writing them.
Wait,
like,
love. Oh my
filming
god.
them, writing them. I'm investing like my time and my energy into making them in the hopes that like even if anything, like at least it'll just exist. Because like I think so much of my life it's like, oh, like let me like do the thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Because no one else is going to do it for me.
Absolutely, Diva.
Would y'all like to see this episode uncensored as well as exclusive content? Then maybe consider joining our Patreon. We have all uncensored episodes as well as currently 3 full episodes that you can only access through that website. I'd also like to give a special shout out to our Divalicious premium patrons, Frankie, Ayla, Cracker Barrel Guest Wi-Fi, Laura, Texas Tony, and Kitty Logic. We love you all so much. Support the dolls.